Hi, Otters. It's Friday. It is May 21st. Thank you to our families and students who came out last night to pick up supplies. It's always great to see your faces in person, and I know that our paraeducators love to see your faces too. If you were not able to pick up your supplies, you can certainly call the office, and we will make sure that we have your supplies ready for you out front during a non-drop-off or pickup time. What else do we have going on today is the readathon kickoff. It starts today, and so you can sign up through the form that was sent out. You can get your sponsors, read some books, and help our PTO fundraise for next school year. So I hope that you will be able to participate. If you need an idea for a good book, let me know. I love to read, and I have quite the list of books around here. And let's see, what else do I have for you today? We have some upcoming events, of course, that come with our wrapping up of the school year, and that includes things like distribution of yearbooks, and so more information will come your way. We've had lots of questions about that, and so we're still in the process of organizing that so we know how we're going to get those items to you. Also on our agenda today to talk about Multicultural Night, I am excited for this event. And I've had lots of families send in items and teachers, and I've had some questions. And so one of them from our teacher here about, she has all of these great things that are part of her family's culture. So what can she share? What can she do? Well, you know what? That's up to you. I know I have lots of different heritage pieces that I would love to share, but some of it is just based on where I've lived and where I've grown up. I spent a lot of time in the South growing up, and so a lot of our family's culture comes from that. Comes from the foods that were eaten there and that we've brought back up here with us. Some of the things that my mom made as a kid when we lived, not in the Pacific Northwest. And so those things and traditions have carried along the way, and I know that they are fun for us to share with others who may or may not have had those types of meals or experience those sorts of celebrations that we have. So I hope that you choose those to share with us. And I know that I'm excited to see that. And it might even just be stories that you read, a picture of your family being somewhere that's special for you and your culture. And that makes us have a connection that we can share with each other and bring us closer together in our community. So send those in to me by next Thursday. We'll share those the following Friday. Next week, I will announce our Spirit Days for the following day. I meet with our student council Thursday, and so we can organize those and share those. So it'll be fun to celebrate as we are starting to wrap up the school year. We're going to end today with some Otter Paws. I have lots of them today, so I'm going to read them quickly. Dance party, and at the end of the morning announcements today, there is a story, and so it makes it a little bit longer. So you can choose to watch that with your class, or you can choose to send the link out to your students. It's definitely a great story about inclusion and diversity, and a great way as we lead into our multicultural weeks. So I have one to Ella and Miss Landry for making a good decision, quick, quiet transition. One to Anya and Miss Johnson. Great job working with a partner in math. One to Kaya and Miss Isgrig, great observation. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, I can't see that. One to Landon and Miss Rowe for having excellent hallway manners. I have one to Kate and Miss Carino for working hard on your assessment. One to Ulrich and Miss Carino for working hard on your math. One to Addie and Miss Angeline for participating in your second step. One to Nicole and Miss Angeline for turning your quiz in on time. One to Zachary and Miss Angeline for turning your quiz in on time. One to Emma and Mrs. March for participating in class and staying on task. Emily and Mrs. March for following directions quickly and quietly. Tucker and Mrs. Cassidy for being quiet and adding some additional quotes to your writing. Great job. One to Dante and Mrs. Cassidy for listening and having amazing leadership during class time. One to Tori and Miss Rodriguez for willing to share ideas. Thank you. One to Ashton and Miss Huerta. You had a great attitude in math. One to Soraya and Miss Rocco for helping others feel like they belong. One to Edgar and Miss Huerta for always showing respect with eye contact. One to Anishka and Miss Thompson for reviewing work on your math test. One to Evelyn and Miss Thompson for participating in your Zoom meeting. One to Kevin and Miss Johnson, always having consistent participation in online learning. One to Maddie and Miss Huerta You raised your hand and used kind words to solve problems. I told you I had a lot today. 1 to Remy and Miss Johnson, always giving 100% in online instruction. 1 to Kaya and Miss Isgrig, respectful in the hallway. 1 to Brighton and Mrs. March for participating in Miss McKittrick's Zoom lesson. 1 to Keelan from Miss Isgrig, awesome job in classroom. I'm going to read 2 more here. I have 1 to Dewan and Miss Landry for a quick, quiet transition and ready to learn. And I have 1 to, let's see here. I have 1 to Cordelia and Miss Minity for having an awesome time in class. We're going to do 1 more. And 1 to Kenley and Mrs. Minity for using rock, paper, scissors to solve a problem. Oh my gosh, so many today. So I hope that you have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I will see you here on Monday. As always, Otters, it's a great day to be an Otter.
Hey. Good to see you. Come on in, let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Return to the Mac, get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up, first shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Bad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music, I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Can we go back? This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Can we go back? This is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't.
The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, illustrated by Rafael Lopez. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Maybe it will be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. There will be times when no one understands the way words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Rigoberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. Rigoberto, from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming on the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller. When the teacher asked, "What did you do last summer?" Tell the class your story. "We went to France," Shayla says. "These shells came from a beach in Maine." A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own untraveled hands. "My whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina." Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. Their travels going on and on. And as you stand in front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted off the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you hard at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your empty hands and wonder, what good is this when other students are flying and sailing and going somewhere? There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love it as you do. Even when your own friend Nadia will wrinkle her nose and say, "What's in there anyway?" And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat and kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high. The run is too fast and far. The game isn't one you can ever really play. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready even though you don't yet know what you're ready for. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin. The day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister. You tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago, reading books and telling stories, and even though we were right on our own block, it was like we got to go everywhere. Your name is like my sister's, Rigoberto says. Her name is Angelina too. And all at once, in the room where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider to make some space for you. This is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. Thanks, friends, for sharing your time with me to share our story, and I hope that you will take a little bit of time to share your story with us during our multicultural celebration next week.